Something needs to happen.
Closer, farther away. Hi, guys.
Hi. Here we are.
Okay, so back again, recording more podcast episodes.
Yes.
And that means I'm Candace.
I'm Natalia.
And this is not a single fork, just another podcast about food and cooking. But we're keeping it real.
Real.
Super real.
What are we talking about today?
I think we're talking about chaos cooking.
What does that mean?
Well, the last episode we talked about fusion.
Yeah.
It's really that.
It's fusion.
It's fusion kind of taken to the next level.
But it's more than that, isn't it? It's like put a bunch of shit together and it doesn't matter if it works.
Right.
I'm going to look at chaos cooking.
There was a really good article that I read that was from Eater last fall. And it talked about what's happening in the restaurants in terms of chaos cooking. And it has to do, I mean, here's the thing. The 80s and 90s and early 2000s, when we really got into fusion, it was, I still think it was kind of, we were trying to be proper.
Perfect.
We're trying to be proper about it. And now it's just like, whatever, if the food works, we don't really care.
This says chaos cooking is a cohesive mess.
There you go.
Chaos cooking has been described as a mashup of global cuisines or a weird trolley marriage of cuisines.
Real trolley?
Trolley, I don't know what that means.
That must be British.
No, I mean,
I bet it is.
so it's like, it's weird shit. Let's see.
I'm going to move the microphone over more in between us.
Examples of chaos cooking.
I'm still adjusting everything, guys. Sorry.
Pastrami tacos.
Here, come here. There.
Chaos cooking. Pastrami tacos, Pringles and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What is that? Like just sprinkled on top? Or
No. You know what they do is it's kind of like, remember when I did, I was bringing this back to myself because I'm so fucking narcissistic. When I did Food Network, did Cooks versus Cons, and we had to do something with potato products.
Oh, like the tater tot.
Like the tater tots
Yeah.
and the instant potatoes.
Okay.
So it's like you take Pringles, which is a potato product, and you crush it.
Okay.
And then you do something with it.
And you make mashed potatoes out of it?
And you make mashed potatoes out of it.
That's weird. It's very weird shit. Sashimi, tostadas. Okay, tandoori spaghetti.
Well, I also saw tandoori tacos.
Well, that sounds good.
Or fajitas. No, tacos.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
You know what this chaos cooking sounds like?
What?
It sounds like drunk ass cooking. It sounds like I am fucked up and I've got some leftover Indian food and some leftover Mexican food and I'm going to make dinner.
Well, I mean,
maybe that's how it started.
It probably did start that way. But, you know, the thing is that for all the awards and the, you know, trying to stay in a box.
Correct.
Chefs don't like to be in a box.
Yeah.
And so any opportunity we have to kind of go nuts, you're in the edge of the frame.
It's my good side.
Okay. Well, then never mind.
It's my better half.
This is the bad part about doing YouTube is that I look at her and I say, you're not in the picture enough. And then she's like, yeah, I'm in the picture quite enough. Thank you. And then how's my hair?
Yeah, I know. And then, we're going to check everything. Peanut butter and jelly with barbecue chips. Oh, in the sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that'd be good.
You think so?
Yeah.
That crunch, that salt, and sweet,
yes.
savory and sweet.
Yeah, all those things.
Popcorn crusted mango jalapeno shrimp.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
But again, it's and I agree. It's not necessarily just totally drunk food, but it's like
fuck it.
What do all of these flavors, how can we make all this happen? Because this is one of those situations where if you don't know flavor profiles, you're not going to be good at this.
It's going to be a disgusting mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, I mean, this is like a hot thing right now.
Well, I think it still is, and it probably is is getting to our part of the country now, but it was already happening on the coasts pretty significantly last fall, and
Yeah.
maybe even before.
Did you see any other dishes?
I saw cheeseburger ravioli.
Okay. I mean,
I don't think that's too far flung.
I think
though.
that kind of
mean,
makes sense. Like, I mean, it's like a pizza roll. Like,
Yeah.
you can do pizza and the ravioli, basically,
Yeah.
you know, in a suitcase.
in a suitcase full of flavor.
Yeah.
Dave Davis.
Suitcase, pocket. But things that people, I think, would normally turn their nose up at.
Well, there was one example that they were talking to a chef who has, I want to say the combo is Indian with Mexican, maybe.
Okay.
And they said if someone comes in the restaurant and they want to know about the chef, and they say, is the chef Indian? Is the chef Mexican? Is the chef this? And the guy was kind of offended by that. He's like, it doesn't matter
Right.
where we come from anymore. We're not looking at authentic. We're looking at, does the food work?
Yeah.
And if the food works, it doesn't matter where you're from.
Right. It's not like, I mean, there's still some Asian restaurants you go in and they don't speak English, and, you know, grandma's
And those
cooking
are
in
the
the
best.
kitchen, you know, but they're not all, like, restaurants aren't all like that.
No,
It's not like that. And it doesn't mean that some white guy can't cook grandma's Asian food.
true.
I mean, you gotta have love, and grandma
As
probably
long
does it
as,
better.
you know what, as long as you've got love and passion and you're not just grinding it out,
Right.
you know.
Right.
That's the thing about, you know, they've started the new season of The Bear.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of it
No,
yet?
no.
I just watched the first episode, and the thing that they've done, I think that they've done so successfully with this program, is they capture the angst and the passion.
Well, it's raw.
Associated with the food industry, because from the get-go, this first episode, I mean, really nothing really happens besides the fact that they kind of auction off their livelihood to the uncle who has all the money. And they say, you know, if you can't turn a profit in 18 months, and this is what the bear does. He says he just gives it I'm just going to give you the property and the restaurant and everything if we can't turn a profit in 18 months. Well, hell, they're not even open yet. They don't even have their food licenses.
18 months is not a
Business
long time.
It's not a long time. And I was already anxious. Just watching that, going, oh my God, what? And nothing's even really they're trying to get their business licenses.
Yeah.
That's anxiety provoking, let me tell you. And we just had the health inspector in yesterday.
Had everybody in yesterday.
God, yeah.
The dishwasher guy.
And he talks our leg off.
He's funny though.
He is a funny guy, and his wife loves Natalia's drink videos that drop on TikTok on Sundays.
But he says she does, like, he gets home and, like, she'll have one for him. She makes them.
Yeah, she makes the cocktails.
Makes the cocktails and gives him
So you
one.
can too.
That's right. Get on TikTok.
Anyone can do it.
Every Sunday, we drop a cocktail video.
Yes, we're getting ready to make many more too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, coming up. So, and I kind of got far afield, but one of the things I think that a good thing that's happening with regard to things like chaos cooking, and I think it kind of started with fusion, is that chefs, we just need to express ourselves.
Well, and it's definitely, like you touched on, it's loosening up those.
It's not just French fine dining anymore.
Very strict, very regimented, old school thought of, you know, this is exactly how it needs to be. It can't be any different. And this is exactly how it needs to look. It can't be any different. And I mean, there are still people out there like that, right? There's always going to be people
there always
out
will
there
be. And
with any profession.
There's a place for that.
And there is a place for that, but it's kind of nice to see people kind of loosen up a little bit. And there are some chefs that don't like to be loosened up a little bit. You know that too. Like they like that. They like that. This is how it needs to be. And this is how it's going to fucking be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, you know, I get the question a lot in our cooking classes is, where did I train? And because they think that all of us go to culinary school. And more, we don't all go to culinary school.
Yeah.
Because, Yes. Do you learn a lot of stuff? Yes. It's just like any other school.
It's just like regular school.
You learn a lot of stuff, and then when
you learn the books, but you don't learn how to actually fucking do it.
Well, you do it, but when you get into another chef's kitchen and you're on their line, they don't care what you learned. You're going to do it their way. And so you're going to have to probably unlearn a whole bunch of stuff that you've already learned. And you just have to go with it.
Yeah.
And so why spend 40 grand or possibly more and have student debt, which by the way is not being forgiven. When it really in the whole long run, and you get right down to it, it's not going to matter. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to find.
She's looking at lots of chaos cooking.
I'm trying to
pictures.
find out chaos cooking recipes, but there's not a whole lot.
There really aren't. And I was looking at. There were a whole bunch of, I think, Instagram. It's an Instagram account.
Mm-hmm.
And this went totally weird. Not just, this wasn't like restaurant cooking. This was like hot dogs on a birthday cake, kind of weird shit.
That's not chaos cooking.
Well, they call it that. And then they take all these weird pictures. There was one where they had these hard-boiled eggs opened up, and then they had stuck like little hot dogs in them. So they looked like babies covered up in a bassinet, covered up with egg yolk, like a deviled egg.
Okay.
Because I saw that and I thought, oh, that'll be fun. That'll be, food for thought or whatever. No, it's just kind of dumb.
No, that's drunk cooking for sure.
That is definitely. That's
not having the right.
That's just like setting shit on fire. Yeah. Just for fun.
That is like chaos to the max. That is like maximum destruction.
Maximum effort.
Yeah. What do you got there?
Well, I thought that, to that end, not to that end, but, we have our opinions, as you might have noticed, and not everyone agrees with us, and that's fine. And that's perfectly fine. We don't mind. And it brought me back to that.
I saw that the other day.
The I've Had It girls.
Yeah. They're
so funny, but they're very clear about this is who we are, and this is how we think about things. And if you don't like it, it's fine.
I will say they probably get more shit than we do because they do look nice. They look more warm and fuzzy than we look.
Well, I don't know about warm and fuzzy.
Well, proper Southern. I don't know.
They look very Dallas.
They look. You think?
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't.
Especially
they don't look
pumps.
like they would have the attitude that we have.
Yeah, they look like they would be part of. Oh, you're one of my people.
Yeah.
And Jennifer, I think it was like, oh no, let me set you straight on this. We are not your people.
Yeah. They're really funny. And if they were like, basically, if you don't like it, like just go away, and we feel the same way. But we got an email from somebody
who loves us.
So do you want to read it?
I'm going to read it. This is from Tiffany, and Tiffany has been a
follower,
a loyal follower from the get-go.
Yes.
And she is the one who loved our Feta Make It Better.
From the beginning.
From the very beginning.
First one.
Yeah. So thank you, Tiffany, for writing in. We love to hear from you. And so she says, hello, ladies. I can't believe you get hate mail of any kind. Wow. Okay. First off, what is wrong with people to send someone hate mail in the first place? And second, how could anyone hate y'all? Well, I can think of many reasons. But not sure I've said anything lately, but I'm so happy for you all with your booming success lately. Happy that your classes are full, even if that means I had to book 2 months out to get in another class. The podcast is a huge favorite of mine. See, I love that you started videoing them because Natalia's face was classic when you mentioned the ability to deep fry the gnocchi. There you go. Just wanted to send some love mail, not hate mail. See you in a few weeks. So Tiffany's around our area and she comes to our classes and with her mom and sometimes with the rest of her family.
But they've been with us since the beginning, so we thank you for that.
Yeah.
Like literally from the very first
And
podcast
we
episode.
actually have a lot of those kinds of followers. So we hope that we get more and more.
How many new pairs of glasses did you buy?
I got 5.
Damn, I
Yeah.
know those are different too.
These are orange.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well, when you need to wear, I shouldn't say you have to. If you want to read, you have to wear reading glasses.
Yes, that's correct.
And so I thought, well, I'm tired of tortoiseshell and black. Boring. So why not get a rainbow?
I liked it.
Of glasses. And when you buy reading glasses, especially if you go to like Amazon, you can buy like 5 pairs for cheap $20.
Yeah.
So, why not?
No, it's cute. I saw you had a colorful one. She did a little TikTok. She did a little TikTok the other day.
Well, no, actually, it wasn't a TikTok necessarily. It did end up it went on TikTok.
Yeah, and Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Facebook
so I did a
too, or
reel.
no?
Yeah, I think it's on Facebook also.
Have you like snapping beans?
I did one on snapping green beans. I did one on eggplant.
Mm-hmm.
She
had her cute little colorful glasses on.
Yes, I have colorful glasses.
So it's going to be a new thing for you?
Yeah. My boyfriend has this garden, and there are so many vegetables and different kinds of vegetables that I think people don't think about cooking with, don't know about really.
Or they just don't know what to do with them. Yeah.
And so actually I've got he grew garlic, and we have
is this it?
Yeah, that's garlic. Yeah. So fresh garlic that comes. See, look at this.
Look at this if you're looking at us.
See?
Yeah.
See how weird it looks? I mean, this is what garlic really looks like when you pull it out of the ground.
Yeah, it's kind of dirty looking.
Yeah, well, it's been the dirt.
No, I mean, like, it's brown. It's more brown than the stuff you see at the store.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all cleaned up and...
Is it bleached? Is that shit bleached at the store?
It looks like it must be.
Yeah.
It must be. But so I'm going to talk about fresh garlic. I've got fresh shallots that don't look anything like the shallots that you buy in the store.
What do they look like?
They're in the fridge.
Okay.
They're more. They're not as uniform.
Well, nothing is.
Yeah. So they're not uniform like little. They don't look like little onions. They do look like little onions, but they're more like all over the place, kind of
rustic.
They're rustic onions.
They're rustic
shallots. And then I've got kohlrabi that is going to be coming around.
Which is what?
Kohlrabi it's a cabbagey. It's in the cabbage family. So it's a cruciferous vegetable. It's very strange looking. I think some people probably think it's like dragon fruit or something because it's got all these.
Mm-hmm.
And is
it the root?
No, it's actually the leaves.
Okay.
So it's the stems from the leaves. And until you cut those off and you see what's underneath, it looks like this spiny.
So how do you cook that?
Well, you don't have to cook it. It's really good raw. I make it into slaw a lot. But I'm going to be doing a little shorty on kohlrabi.
Okay.
And also I have baby turnips. They're very cute. And it's different from, obviously a turnip is a turnip, but
a turnip is a turnip is a turnip.
It's like
That's
a radish.
A radish
is a radish is a radish.
A turnip is a turnip.
So
it's different from the store ones.
The big turnips, because big turnips get bitter and peppery, and baby turnips are kind of sweet, and you can actually just kind of eat them out of hand if you want to. You can eat them raw. You don't have to cook them.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had a raw turnip. I take that back. I've probably eaten a raw turnip, but they're usually cooked.
Yeah.
And then,
but historically, in this part of the country, my mom anyway cooked turnips to death.
Oh God, she cooked everything to death.
And the thing was, she was a good cook. She was a really good cook. But there were these pockets of country cooking that I guess she grew up with it. It had some kind of emotional, whatever tie for her. It pulled on those strings in some way. And oh my God, cabbage, turnips. She also would cook rutabaga, the green beans, for instance. They're all cooked to death.
Is turnip not a fall vegetable?
You can really, I mean, I think they do better in the fall, although I shouldn't say that because we just picked these turnips.
I know, and I just think of turnips as a fall,
I guess they're not. They're not.
but parsnips are, right?
I don't think so because parsnips grow like carrots.
Right, that makes sense.
And carrots,
Yeah.
God, we got more carrots than you can say grace over.
Shake a stick at.
Shake a stick at. So what was I talking about? I was talking about that overcooking these vegetables. It's just crazy. But that's what she did, even though she's a great cook.
Well, and I think they also had this idea that vegetables should be soft.
Yeah.
Not crunchy at all, because then it's not cooked.
Well, and here's the
don't-
other thing. They didn't taste like anything.
No, they all tasted the same.
And I know she had to put salt in the water, but apparently not enough. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like one of my traumatic experiences of childhood is having to eat all these nasty ass soft vegetables that didn't taste like anything.
Yeah, that's gross.
So I thought for
That's
years
probably
I
why-
hated them.
I was gonna say it's probably why people hate vegetables.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people dislike vegetables or don't want to eat them.
Yeah.
They have no idea that they have this beautiful flavor if you just
If
let
you-
them.
Yeah, if you just let them
Yeah.
have their flavor instead of trying to cook it out of them. So, okay. So we have gone far afield from chaos cooking. So I think we'll just wrap it up then. What do you think?
Sure, fuck it.
Yeah, so we'll say stay fresh.
Parsnip bags.
Parsnip.
Parsnip.